Hi, everyone. Thank you for those who have joined me live for this session and for those who will listen to the session in the future, whether through my YouTube channel or through a recording of some sort. Thank you all for your presence in one way or another. This work means so much to me, and your presence means the world. So, for today's work, we're going to be tuning in to the energy of the full moon. And what I wanted to bring up, which is really pulling at my gut to get comfortable. Just as soon as I say it, I'm hit right through that umbilicus, right into my gut. And I want to bring up gratitude. As the full moon brings into illumination the culmination of the things that have been building, right? So during the waxing moon from the new moon cycle, there's been a buildup, and the full moon is the pinnacle. It's the maximum illumination. So you can bring forward what is ready to be illuminated without judgment, what has been in the culmination over these last coming weeks. And we're going to give gratitude what's coming to the surface for you to be illuminated. Now, there's some things that I'm pulling towards. I'm hearing the word avoidance. I don't really want to look at that. So maybe there's something that on the opposite end that you've been avoiding to look at, that you know that's been niggling at your attention. And now this would be the perfect time within this session to, you can even press pause, take a quiet moment and bring forward something that you've been avoiding. It could be as simple as a cupboard drawer. It could be as simple as tidying your bedroom, sorting out a closet. It could be attending to your garden, or maybe looking at your finances, something that you've been dreading. Maybe a conversation with someone that you've been avoiding. Maybe even a conversation of being real with yourself as to what you were avoiding of taking responsibility for. And this without judgment. This is without casting blame or fault or being extra nitpicky at it. Nitpicky. It's just, oh, there's something that I've been not tending to. I've been avoiding. So for me, I've got a few things that I know that need to be illuminated, so brought out of the dark into the light. For me, it's my bedroom. When my kids don't know what to do with their things, they dump everything into my bedroom, from laundry baskets to clean clothes to hampers to that knickknack. They don't know what they want and they don't want it in their room anymore. They just go and they dump it in my room and they leave it there. And then I don't do anything about it. And I grumble about it. So you can think about the story in reflection in conjunction with your life. So I grumble under my breath, and the dust kind of falls on it, and the clothes pile up. I hate putting away my clothes. I will do your laundry. I will wash your clothes. I will fold them. I'll even deliver them to you, but take them out of the hamper and put them into the drawer for me is I hate it. It's just, I don't know what it is about it, but I can't stand it. And so I avoid this. I avoid it. And then it piles up and piles up and piles up until I can't avoid it anymore. Wouldn't it be just so much simpler that if one thing comes in that needs tending to, rather than avoiding it and having it turn into a big mountain pile, is much simpler to take care of. So you can think about where you do that within your own life, maybe with your health or relationships, avoiding to have difficult conversations. Finances is coming up often. I'm seeing finances often, and I'm feeling pain in my TMJ. and right through my upper masseters. My vomer is really starting to get congested right through here. And then I can't breathe. And so that xiphoid complex is shutting down. And my teeth feel so tight, so tight. So we're going to do a few things here. Bringing in the illumination of the full moon, bringing in her gorgeous light with gratitude that it's there, that we have a flashlight to illuminate the things within ourselves that's ready to be shifted, the thing to illuminate those places within our life that we avoid. So I'm thinking of mine, you can think of yours to bring into illumination. Because it's only when it comes out of those avoided spaces that when you bring light to it, that you can actually see what needs to be tended to. And now I'm feeling all of these judgments and persecutions while I should have taken care of that before. Really? Okay, but you're taking care of it now. I am going to sneeze. There's a big release coming in through my nose. It's really tingling. But you're taking care of it now. How is it possible to know what needs to be taken care of until you take care of it? Like you could beat yourself up about it, but until you do it, you're gonna like it's just gonna get done when it gets done. All right, so we're bringing in that full, I could feel her moonbeams coming in. There is someone here who showed me the picture of the moon, and I can see her in her glory. Some gratitude for what has come to culmination for your attention, right? So that's really important. And then giving yourself gratitude also. There we go. For turning towards that thing that needs your attention. Right. So I'm bringing in a body chemistry here to flush out of the tongue the gut microbiome of the mouth, the mouth biome. So we have an immune system within the mouth. I'm going in here with, you can put some saliva on, if your hands are clean, you can put a drop of saliva on your finger and stick it inside your belly button. I'm going to run a body chemistry here to the saliva, to the tongue, to the gums. This is going to help with any kind of recessive gums if you have mouth problems, so teeth problems, dental cavities. Is also going to help to clean up the teeth, the gums, the inner lining of the mouth. And at the same time, since the mouth cells and tissues are actually the same as the vaginal tissues. The vagina and the mouth are very similar. It's an opening. All right, I'm getting really dizzy here, so just breathe through here. We're going to be balancing to your pH, to your microbiome. There we go. The mouth and for women, the vaginal microbiome, so that it's in a good pH. Kind of taste it pasty, taste in my mouth. All of a sudden, my mouth has gone dry. Feels like the Sahara Desert in here. So what are we going to do in here? Where is this bringing me? Saliva production, distribution, salival glands. It's showing me the dirty talking, the dirty words that we use against others and ourselves, even in thought. So you can have toxic breath when you speak with a forked tongue, whether it be against yourself or another, even in thinking, even if you don't say it out loud. So there's a release there. So we're going to clean up dirty thinking, those dirty words that you use against yourself and others in relation to helping that lymphatic system, which on a consciousness level has also to do with dirty thinking, those low self-esteem and bad habits towards speaking negatively towards yourself and others. So really judgmental. I could feel like a nitpicky kind of energy coming in here. So we're going to illuminate that. We're going to bring it to our focus so that your body mind can get to work and start shifting that consciousness out. Start shifting it and to heal. All right, my nose is itchy, so is it nose or is it skin? So it's skin. We're going to skin right now, and we're going to do the same thing. Oh my gosh, bringing in a body chemistry. Is it body chemistry? Where are we going with this? Oh my gosh, there's a few things we're doing to the skin. There we go. First, we're going to work within the microbiome of the skin. It's hyper reactive, like it's eating itself and having a hyper reaction to the world. So this could be for any kind of dry skin, eczema, psoriasis, blisters, boils. Ooh, I'm feeling really sick to my stomach at the same time doing this. Um, any kind of skin conditions, mainly flaky. So we're going to run this through the skin as a parallel session. So running a hydration through here on repeat to all of the layers of the skin. And we need to reduce the hyperactivity of the skin. It's coming up as eating itself. So eating itself. So the microbiome of the skin have there's little bugs on the skin and they do really important work. And they crawl around. I just get the heebie-jeebies. I don't want to think about it too much, but these guys are good guys. And they walk around and they do their job and you have your Wei Qi and all of your auric fields. This feels like a hyperactivity that they don't know where their boundary is. So that boundary has turned into a defensiveness. Oh, that's really interesting. So the space from which you live your life is dictating how the microbiome of your skin is interacting with your environment. So if there's a defensiveness, then everything becomes dangerous. Oh, there's a really big burp there. So it's confused. So it's good that this microbiome is confused. I'm going to give a story to the skin and to those microbiomes of the skin. We're doing a differentiation between protection, which is natural. So the skin, the heart, and the small intestines, they're all related. So natural protection is the pericardium, the skin as a natural protection. If someone comes to hit you, you put your arm up to protect yourself. All right, take a deep breath. I could feel my saliva coming in, which is good because it was dry. My eyes are getting itchy. But a defensiveness would be walking around with your arms in karate movements just in case. A natural protection would be like having an umbrella with you. Ugh, there we go. Having an umbrella with you in case it rains. In case it rains. And then the small intestines can decipher, can discern whether or not that umbrella should be used, if whether or not you want to use the umbrella. A defensiveness would be like walking outside when it's beautiful outside with your umbrella open just in case, and then you miss life. You miss actually what's happening. You miss maybe your friend walking across the street. You miss the butterfly. You miss the cloud. You miss the nice breeze on your face. It's a defensiveness. And so the skin is reacting and having a hyper reaction of eating itself in relation to defending against something which is not based in reality. It's not seeing what is, it's based in extreme fear, those fearful thoughts of what might be. There's another nice breath. So I'm still itchy, so I'm going to run body chemistry to the sense of touch, running body chemistry to the skin, to that microbiome. And now here comes the grief. Huge amounts of waves of grief are taking over. So I'm going to bring in just feeling that unrecognized, unacknowledged, unfelt grief, which is quite different, because usually it's anger. When the skin is inflamed, that's usually anger coming to the surface and expressing itself. At this time, it's grief. But the anger is coming in as resentment through the liver. Resentment. So resending the same angry stories over and over through your body mind. Okay, so just breathe. I'm just going to go quiet to watch all of this move. My eyes feel like I want to pluck them out. My eyes are bothering me so much, and my throat is on fire. You cannot force yourself into consciousness. Consciousness or a shift in perspective cannot be forced. You cannot see whatever is not ready to be shown to you. You can only discover it one piece at a time. I was looking for my coffee cream this morning. I made my coffee and I opened up my fridge and I swear that I went grocery shopping yesterday and I swear that I bought coffee cream. And I was like, I know that I bought it. I know that I did. And I'm standing there scanning my fridge. It wasn't usually in my usual spot. I'm like, where in the world is my coffee cream? And I stood there and I literally did not see it. And then something I don't know, it was almost like it manifested out of the void. It was just there. And I was like, how interesting. I couldn't see it. It was like I didn't exist. I was seeing through it. I was seeing the juice boxes and whatever other things were at the back of my fridge, and my coffee cream was right there in front of the juice box. I was seeing the juice box, but I did not see the cream. And it took me it was a long time. It was almost a minute of me standing there going, I know that this cream is in my fridge. I put it there. Where is it? I take a deep breath. And then it was like it just popped up. I was like, oh, there it is. And it got me thinking, how many times within my life do I think that I'm viewing reality, but I'm just seeing through my filters? I'm not ready to see that thing. There's things that lay in the unconscious or the sub of the subconscious, or even like through epigenetic coding, and it bubbles up when it's ready to be seen. You cannot force yourself to see the things that are just not ready. It just hasn't come up yet. And that's okay. Ah, now they're relaxing. So whatever you see now, whatever's come to illumination, it'll unfold as it needs to. There's nothing wrong. It's just something that's hasn't been seen yet. And it doesn't mean that it will go and be hidden forever. Or maybe it's just not that important. Maybe it's just an undigested piece of meat or food or candy bar or imbalanced sugar or glass of wine that just needs to be passed through the body. Oh, there's relaxation. Not everything is such a big deal. Sometimes it's not that deep, as my kids say. Mom, Mom, it's not that deep. Mom, it's not that deep. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It's not everything has a covert meaning to it. Sometimes it's just undigested food. Right, take a deep breath. Oh, there we go. We're at ending with the smile. That's so nice. Ending with some humor, with some gratitude, with some lightness of being, with some compassion for yourself and what you're going through. Some compassion for yourself. Ah, there we go. All right, I'm going to tap this in here and let me just see if there's anything else coming up to the surface that needs attending to. Right, so after the full moon, we go into the waning moon. So this would be a really great time if you have a moment, even if you have a candle, to write down the things that you're grateful for. So notice that your cup is full. What has ever come to the surface, the culmination, the pinnacle, the fullness, and give it gratitude. Give it gratitude. And then tomorrow during the waning moon, you can start tuning into the things you're ready to reduce, let go of. So that for me, it's my bedroom. I really got to tackle that. That's going to be something for me that I'm sorting out. I want to reduce the dust in my room. I want to reduce the knickknacks being collected in my room. I want to reduce the paperwork that I have. So, all of these things being brought to my attention so that tomorrow and the coming weeks, one little piece at a time, I can tend to it. All right. I think that's a nice place to land. So, thank you all and enjoy the shifts.